Good morning, everybody. Today is, what is today? It is Saturday, February 4th, 2023, and I just wanted to share with you guys my new comic haul stash from local comic book store. I got three things today. I got the Evolutionary War Omnibus, and I think I might have made a mistake with this because I think I might have got this confused with the Atlantis attacks, and I'm not sure if I can 100% say remember which one was in the store that I actually wanted. I ended up reading this one both. This one retails for $75, and it's been in there for a while because you can see it's kind of faded. But I don't know for sure that is the one I wanted now. But and I'll explain why I bought it in just a second. And then second, we have my Spawn Compendium number 4. This is the fourth one. These are actually coming out a lot quicker than I thought. When I saw the first one, I was like, okay, that's great, but it wasn't until I saw the second one that I was like, well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and buy the second one and the first one together because the store had it. And then boom, before I know it, the third one was ready to go, and then boom, here we go again. The fourth one's ready to go. This one retails for $59.99, I believe. Yes, so I mean, for 50 issues, $60. I mean, McFarlane. He say what you want about him. He knows his customers, and so it's like $1.18 an issue. Is that right? Yeah, times 50. Yeah, $1.18 an issue. $1.19, $1.20, something like that. So pretty much let's just say less than half price. You could get an issue than what you paid for cover price for. So this is. I got this because it's number 4, and boom, I can't believe it came out so quick. And I probably could have waited on that, but again, I'll explain why I bought it in just a second. And then finally, the Beast here, I bought my Blackest Night Omnibus. This guy is a monster. Look at that. Look, I mean, here's my hand. It's as wide as my hand, as my fingers. It's 4 fingers wide. Can you believe that? This retails for $150, still sealed. My only complaint about the Blackest Night Omnibus is the prelude stories. I think there was like 5 or 6 issues, maybe prelude to Blackest Night that didn't make it in here. I wish they had, but this has all the miniseries, all the one shots, all the tales of Blackest Nights. Everything is going to be in here. This is $150. Now, if you add that up, that's going to be, what, $285, I think, of omnibuses here and graphic novels. And why did I buy this? Okay, so this was sitting on a shelf, and it said, make an offer. And I was like, well, shit, okay. I can do that. And this was sitting on a shelf, on the same shelf that said, make an offer. I was like, okay. And this one was on like a relatively new release type of a table or something. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and make an offer. And so I, took these threes up to the counter and I said, hey, I'll do $200 for these 3. Honestly, I didn't expect it, but it's what it was worth to me to pay for it. And he said $250. I said no, because $200 is really all that I wanted to do. So he called the owner of the shop there and said, hey, guy's in here. He wants these 3 items for $200. And if they wouldn't have done it, I would not have been upset because it's just an offer, and it's not like I'm demanding it. It's just like, hey, if you can do it, great. If you can't, no hard feelings. I'm not gonna buy them, but I'm not gonna be upset about it either. So it wasn't a big deal to get all. If they said no, I couldn't get these because I probably would have bought this anyways, and eventually would have got the Blackest Night here, but I would not have got the Evolutionary War. So he calls. And it says something. He talks to the manager, to the owner, and says, "Hey, here's the deal." And he's like, "Well, if he's going to pay for cash, we'll do it. If he's going to pay with credit card, we've got the credit card charges. So just be warned. A lot of places, you go to a lot of restaurants, say if you're paying with credit card, we're going to hit you with this fee." Now, the problem with that is here in Oklahoma, it's illegal. They can't do that. And I'm not saying this store did it because I don't know, but restaurants I know are doing this. And that just really just kind of irks me. But in Oklahoma here, it's illegal, so they can't, they have to absorb that. They just can't say, oh, you get a discount for paying cash, because the reason why they can't do that is because they don't want people coming in. The government doesn't want people going in and say, well, dude, I'll just give you some cash, and then you don't have to run it through your system, and you don't have to report it to the states. And so pretty much it's like, dude, it's $20. Here's $20 cash. It's like you got the cash and you don't have to report it. And then the state misses their tax. So that's why Oklahoma doesn't want you to do it. So these restaurants are doing that, saying, hey, if you pay with cash, it's the normal price. But if you pay with a credit card, we're going to add on that fee. And it's like 4% or whatever it is. It's like, you can't do that. That's illegal. And Visa does not like you to do that as well. It's just like, that's, bake that into your prices when you do that stuff. So when I go to restaurants, and then I just tell the waitress straight up, like, look, Visa won't go for this, and it's illegal in Oklahoma, and I'm only going to pay, this price here, and that includes your tip. So if you want to, remove an entree or remove some drinks or cut this price down, I'm still going to pay the same price, but you're going to, essentially what they're doing is I'm telling the wait staff, you're going to affect your tip. And I get it's not their fault, but they do have enough power to, complain to, the owners of the restaurant or the corporations or whoever. It's like, look, these people are mad that what you're doing is costing, we're mad that what you're doing to these people is costing us money. So, so if the wait staff wants to remove a $10 entree, hey, that's $10, onto their tip, or if they want to remove just the drinks, it's like, okay, that's $3 on your tip. So you just got to watch these restaurants that do it, that try to do it, because not every restaurant does it. So I just want to be clear, I'm not going to, take it out on the wait staff because it's not their fault, but I am going to put some pressure on somebody to put pressure on somebody else until it gets resolved. But anyways, so they said with the credit card at the comic store, it's like, look, there's that fee for something that big. It's going to be like $7. And they said, would you do 207? I said, okay, I can do that. That's fair. That's compromise. I can do that. 207 is worth it to me for this. So I got what I wanted for, pretty close to what I wanted. And they got their credit card fee taken care of. So it seemed to work out. I mean, still, this is brand new. I do see these going on eBay for about $80, and the shipping is pretty expensive. But let's face it, cover price $125. This right here, cover price is $60. So maybe I could have got this on eBay for $30 or $40 maybe. But for all three, for $200, that's or $207. I'm fine with that. It's okay. It was a good enough deal for me. So after I started reading this, and then I realized, because this is 1988, 1989, and it's just got the 11 issues. I was like, I can see why this thing didn't sell for cover price of $75. If it was a trade, I probably would have been more likely to buy it as opposed to being an omnibus. But nevertheless, I got it. So if nothing else, I can trade it into my local comic store for some credit and get some other stuff. But I'm going to read it first. Essentially, really, I got this one for free, and I paid for these for full price. So that's how I want to look at it. So I had a pretty good haul today. Didn't have to drive anywhere, and I was out in the town. I spent more money than I needed to on these, per usual. I think we've all been there and done that. But so I just want to share this with you. And today is, like I said, February, but you're not going to see this until probably May of 2025. Hopefully I'll have the house bought and the new studio open and get this. When this goes on, we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll see. The market's kind of weird right now. Finding a house just ain't easy right now. Even with the higher interest rates, a lot of people, what they're doing, they're just wanting to sell their house if and only if they can get what they want for it, and so they're not trying to drop down their prices just yet. And thanks, Joe Biden. Thanks for the economy, stupid. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. And like I said, just wanted to share this with you. It still smells like new comics, and this one especially does smell new comics. Once I open this one, I'm really gonna savor opening this one because I'm gonna read it. And how I do it is I read, like you see this one here has, what is this, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 chapters from 11 different annuals. So I've been reading one per day. And, I'm gonna read it one per day. And so that way it kind of stretches out. So when I do this, this Spawn one's going to take me like almost 2 months, and this thing is going to take me forever to read. And the reason why I do that is so I won't hurry up and get them finished up. I won't hurry up and get them read. and then that way I won't be in such a hurry to buy more and get more and spend more money and get more comics. So go ahead and wrap it up here, and this is what we've got for today. And do appreciate you guys' time. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and if you're feeling generous, throw me a couple nickels, and we'll see you guys in the next one.